everyone, Mama Grows here. I just wanted to talk about composting in the suburban backyard setting and what system is right for you. Okay, we know composting is mixing your browns and your greens. Your browns are things that are dead, leaves, sticks, wood chips, and things that are green are things that are kind of still alive. You know, like fresh green grass trimmings, manure, because there's life in manure, and food scraps. So eggshells, yeah, all this stuff, okay? And you're supposed to layer it. You can see this thing's getting half full. Okay? Tissue paper, old clothes, that would be brown. Okay? Something else you can do is your vacuum dust, right? Okay. So I have a few different compost bins back here. I have this tumbler, which I think is great for the backyard gardener because you can close it and the dogs can't get in it. You can tumble it so that you don't have to break your back turning it. The downside is it fills up fast. Another option is this here this black compost bin, plastic bin. Okay, this is where I put our dedicated poop, our kitty litter and our dog poop. Okay, that is a special one all of its own that goes on trees and bushes and shrubs and nothing that our food will touch. Okay, this is good for a backyard homesteader because this is good for the backyard gardener because the dog can't get into it. Okay, if you had raccoons, it can't get into that. You know, it locks down. So that is good. Okay, the traditional way of doing a compost bin is with pallets, 3 square, and you create a box and you fill it up, right? I've taken the pallets off this to reuse them, but isn't that cool how it's still in the cube shape? Okay, you can see how that's not broken down because it's not been watered. Okay, even in the winter here, you have to water your compost bin if you want it to heat up. A physical reaction that happens when things break down, they release heat. If the conditions are not right, they will stop breaking down. They will stop breaking down and you will stop having heat. No heat, no breakdown. But that's a good way for, this is a good way for a lazy one. You just fill it up and leave it. It will eventually break down like this. This was that, but I took the pallets off. And you can see this is very well broken down. Okay, that is perfect growing compost. One other way I have is in the greenhouse. I have a bin that when I clean up all the straw, the hay, their poop, that is hot right now. It is hot, and I do add food scraps to that, and it does have big logs and sticks in it, so it's kind of like a hugelkultur. Okay, that is another way. This is technically a compost bin because I added sticks and leaves and manure, and there is food scraps in there. And poop. That will break down. That's more of a compost bin in place. That you build it, it decays, and then you leave it, and then you plant into it. Okay? We're doing another one right here. Okay? I put lots of cardboard down to try and smother the invasive weeds. The bindweed, the quackgrass. Do you like the rabbit living happy in the garden? She is chewing down. She is chewing down on some fresh greens. Oh, it's nice to have some fresh greens after a long winter, huh?
And it's your Minnie Mouse in it.
Yes.
Minnie Mouse.
I'm really liking these hotbeds, these hugelkultur beds, because it's a good way to get rid of all your sticks and your trimmings and your sticks and your trimmings and your large things that you don't want to put in your compost bin because it'll take forever to break down, right? Your sunflower stalks, your broccoli stalks, your rosebush trimmings, okay?
And your kale stalks.
Yeah, and your kale stalks. All of this that the kids have built a fort with is going in that new box. Okay, decorative
I am in here.
decorative
And
plants
Minnie Mouse is in here.
that I don't want to send to the yard waste or the landfill. I get to use that. All of these trimmings that I've saved, which make my yard look super junky. It's okay to say that. It looks junky back here. But I don't want to get rid of that. That's a valuable resource that I'm going to turn into compost that will grow us food. Okay. So I've shown you a few different ways of composting that work in the backyard garden setting. Okay. You don't have to have a massive pile. Stick it in a corner where no one knows. Stick it in a very inconspicuous spot. You can put it under your kitchen window so you can just dump into it. I hear Spike too. So that is how I compost here in suburbia. I am the mama who grows, and I hope you enjoyed this.